Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Sunday, which means it's time for a review show special. Now, this is where I take a deep dive into a particular creator, a particular company, a particular magician, and I go kind of deep on one product. And today I'm going to be talking about the Greek Switch wallet that's been bought out by Vanishing Ink. This is Tony, the mind hacker, who has bought this out, and I think it's his first Vanishing Ink release. And it's very, very exciting. Look, I'm going to start this review now by telling you this is one of the, if not the best peak wallets I have ever seen. This is amazing. This is an incredible peak wallet. It's not an all singing, all dancing wallet. It doesn't do a million different things. It does one thing and it does it really well, which allows you to get a peek of information on a billet that has been put back inside the wallet. Now, let's talk about this in great detail. Why am I saying this is one of the best peak wallets of all time? Well, look, this is subjective. This is only my opinion. I know other people might disagree. This is what I think. Now, let me explain why I think this is so good. So first of all, the wallet is quite slimline. It's a slimline, modern style looking wallet. It doesn't look like a big bulky wallet that you have to open up and so on and so forth. It's a modern style wallet, and I think that's very, very important. The other thing is you have got space to put money there. There is a money clip. It is a working money clip. So if you want to carry money around in your wallet, the money clip is a functional money clip that will hold that money perfectly well. Second of all, there is a credit card slot that you can use to put a couple of credit cards in if you want to as well. So you can use it as a real wallet. Now, if you're the sort of person like my wife that carries around 400 credit cards and stuff like that, then this is not the wallet for you as a functional everyday wallet. But if you just want a wallet where you're going to throw some money in, you're going to throw a couple of credit cards in, you can do all of that whilst at the same time not affecting the gimmick at all. So there's that you need to know. I think that the style of the wallet and the look of the wallet is great. Now, the way that you get the peak, and I don't want to go too exposy on this, but the way that you get the peak is you have a billet or a business card, and you have them write something on the business card, and you put it back where you got it from. So Tony will typically have a business card next to one of his credit cards. He will take the business card out or the billet out. He'll have somebody write something on it, and then he'll put it back into the thing. And then immediately when it's put back into the thing, he'll get them to hold on to it, and the peak has already been gotten. So I know some people don't like having the card put back into the wallet. The way that Tony gets around that is, and by the way, there's an entire section on the tutorial. We'll talk about the tutorial later. But Tony, if you're watching this, I've never seen a tutorial with you on before. This tutorial was amazing. It could have done with a couple of live performances, I'll be honest with you, that weren't studio performances. But other than that, you are an incredible teacher, an incredible teacher. We'll talk about that later. But the Tony has a section on the tutorial where he talks about the justification of billets, why use a billet, why put it back inside the wallet, what's the reasoning for putting it back inside the wallet. He covers all of that, and he covers it in great detail. One of the reasonings is he's just got a card right there in his wallet next to a credit card. He takes it out, he gets them to write something on it, and he says, look, I'm going to put it back there. No fuss, no muss. Now, the cool thing is, and you'll see, I'm going to do a couple of performances in a minute, you'll see that when he puts the business card back, the card goes right next to a credit card, which is very deceptive, that it's going right next to, it's going in between two credit cards, which kind of confused me a little bit when I first watched it, because I didn't look at the wallet first of all. I skipped to the performances because I wanted to see what the performances looked like. Because the way that the tutorial's done, it's like, this is the wallet, this is how to set it up, this is what you get with it, and then goes through a bunch of stuff. I skipped to the performances. And I'm glad I did, because I was watching him do this, and I'm like, I don't really see how he's getting that peak. You know, and this is the problem sometimes on places like the Magic Cafe. They'll watch the explanation first, and then you'll watch the performance, and you'll go, all right, I can see that. I always encourage people when you're buying a new trick, don't look at the gimmick, don't look at the explanations. Watch a couple of the performances first of all, because that is how it looks. If you watch the explanation first of all, and you watch, okay, this is what it is, this is how it does, and then you watch the performance, you're already looking at that performance with information as to how that trick's done. And just my 2 pence worth. Anyway, so the peak is very, very disarming because you just take the card out, you put it back in, but you can still see it. It's gone in between 2 credit cards, but you can still see it poking out, right? You can see it poking out. You can see it's there. There's no way you can take it. There's no way you can look at it. And then one of the big things about this wallet, and one of the things I absolutely love about it, which is partly the wallet, partly Tony, and partly the tutorial, the amount of different ways of getting the peak. You can tell that Tony has worked through this with a fine-tooth comb. This is not something that has been rushed to market. This is something that has been thought through, and he's literally considered every single possible option as to how to actually get the peak here. So there's a few different ways of getting the peak. The first way, and it all starts with the card going back in the wallet, but then there's so many different ways of doing it. You can just turn the wallet over and put it in their hand. In the action of turning over, you've got the peak. It can be that the wallet is put down on the table, and as you pick the wallet up, you get the peak. That's a great way of doing it. It could be that you're just holding the wallet up here and you get the peak, or you put the wallet away and you get the peak. I think there's about 7 or 8 different ways of getting the peak. And what's great about that is different peaks will work in different scenarios. If you're sitting down at a table, then the table peak is going to be brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. If you're doing strolling, and there's nobody to the sides of you or behind you, this peak where you turn it over and put it in their hand is the perfect peak to get. If you are if you're completely surrounded, you can do the pocket peak or one of a million other peaks. There's a really nice peak that involves the money clip, which is great, and that's one of my favorites. So you put the thing in the wallet, and then you take the money out of the clip. And you justify, you could be, hey, I bet I can do something here, I'm gonna, whatever. But you take the money out the clip, and in the action of taking the money out the clip, you've got a peak that is completely 360. So it's great. So the other thing with the wallet is very well made. As you would imagine with the Mind Hacker, the wallet is very well made. It works on kind of a gravity system without giving too much away. It's not locking, but honestly, it doesn't need to be locking. You put it into the spectator's hands, it doesn't look like you can do anything. That's the beautiful thing about the wallet. It doesn't look like you could open it up or do anything with it. It's just a piece of leather. How could you possibly use this wallet to get a peak? You can't. It's impossible. And yet you have, you can, you will, you do. That's what's really great about it. So the first section is just kind of an overview of the wallet, an introduction by Tony, talks about the wallet, talks about the functionality, talks about how to set it up, which is about a 10-second setup, by the way. Then he goes through all of the different peaks that you can actually use, and he explains each one. And what's really nice about it is he first of all explains it to camera, and then he explains it to camera. He explains it to camera as if he's doing it in real time, and then he has an over-the-shoulder shot so you can see him doing it from behind. Like Vanishing Ink, by the way. I know I gave Tony a big shout out. Vanishing Ink. I don't know if anybody from Vanishing Ink is watching this. If you are, this is probably the best tutorial I've ever seen in a long time. This tutorial is concise, it's thorough, it's brilliant. Vanishing Ink, honestly, really good. So the peak. What else is to talk about? Yeah, then you go into the routine. So there are performances to people. They're studio performances. As far as I'm aware, they're muggles. I don't know. I don't recognize them as magicians, so I think they might have maybe just shipped some muggles in, which is fine. I'm glad that there are studio performances, and that's way better than a lot of people are doing these days. I would have liked to have seen this work in a real environment, because I think one of the beautiful things about this wallet is it works in every environment. It's so versatile. But having said that, studio performances are fine. You get to see Tony's scripting, you get to see the beats of when he does everything, you get to see, and he explains everything, as I say, very, very clearly. But then there's the routines, and there's a metric ton of routines. The first one is just a simple number revelation, which I never considered doing a number revelation before with a peak wallet, but it's actually really strong the way that he actually presents it, and that's the other thing about Tony. His presentational skills are exceptional. I've never really seen Tony perform much before. He's good. And I'll do a performance of this. I'll do a performance of the number revelation, so you can see kind of a peek done in real time. So let's have a look at this. This is a performance. I'll do it a performance right now of that particular hand. For you, Thea. Thea, do you like maths?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kind of a math fan. You're into maths. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and do a math related trick then. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a business card, and what I want you to do in really big numbers, I want you to write a 3-digit number on this card.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Any 3-digit number, it's up to you. And then show the camera, make it nice big numbers, and then show the camera, do not show me. And then when you've done that, turn it face down so I can't see. But write a 3-digit number down. And you would agree that I could not possibly know what that 3-digit number is. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to show the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Do not show me. Okay?
And...
Okay. And I don't want to see what it is, so I'm just going to pop it straight in here. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And in fact, can you do me a favour? Can you hold on to this in between your hands? Like that and like that. Very good. Right, we'll take that and make it go. Look. Magic. Anyway. Right, so I know that this is a 3-digit number. So obviously the number is higher than 100.
Yeah.
Which means... If
or
it's
it could be 100.
Yeah, it could be 100, but it's 100 or higher, which means it's probably close to Mum's age. So instead... Does she look angry at me?
Yes, definitely.
How angry?
Really angry.
Oops.
She's turning into Hulk, don't you think?
She's turning into the Hulk.
Excuse me.
Right, okay. So now we've established your mum is very old. Right, okay, good. So this number is 3 digits, right? I'm going to try and work out what the 3 digits are. Think of the first digit. What I want you to do, when I snap my fingers, you're going to start counting in your head. Not out loud, because that's not mind reading, that's listening. In your head, you're going to count the numbers. You're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. And when you get to the first digit, you're going to stop counting. But don't give me any indication that you've stopped counting. Okay? So just look forward. Try to maintain a poker face. Very good poker face. I'm going to snap my fingers. And when I snap my fingers, start counting. Is that all right? Start counting. Whoa! Hang on. You stopped almost straight away on the first digit, didn't you?
Yeah.
That means it's a really low first digit. I don't think you're counting too fast in your head. I think you're counting quite slowly. Was your first digit a 2?
Yes.
Oh my God. This has never worked before. This is an exciting moment for me. So we've got 2. So I know it's 200 or something. So it's slightly smaller than Mum's real age. So we'll go for, do you want the second? Is she still looking angry?
Yeah,
okay.
She's really turning
Okay,
into
I'll
Hulk
just pretend that she's not looking. Right, so the second digit and the third digit, which one do you want now? The second or the third?
Ooh, the third.
Oh, I'm skipping one. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. So when I snap my fingers, look forward. Don't give me any poker faces. Just poker face. Try to maintain completely still. Right. Imagine that you just farted in class and you don't want anyone to know. Right. Okay. So you're looking that way and you're just trying to put your.
When should I start counting?
You're putting your best. I did not fart. That was not me. You're doing that face, right? You're looking at the right. So poker face. The I didn't fart face. Right, okay. Look forward. Focus. This is real mind reading. This is serious stuff there. Look that way. Right. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? Start counting. Whoa! You just stopped right there, didn't you?
Yes.
Honestly, you're so good at this. You stopped on the 5.
Yes.
This is a bit spooky. Right. So I know it's a 2 and a 5. Now I need to work out the one in the middle. This time, don't do the counting. What I want you to do, I just want you to think of that number. I want you to say it over and over again in your head, not out loud. I want you to say it over and over and over in your head. Scream it in your head. Don't just say it. Scream it in your head. I want you to imagine that you're standing at the end of a big tunnel. And at the other end of the tunnel, you can see me. And you're trying to tell me what this number is. So at the top of your voice, you're screaming the middle number, and then you're screaming the number as a whole. So you're there and you're screaming it and you're saying it. You're saying 7, 7, 7, and then you're screaming 275. And sleep. Right, was that the number? 275. Okay, right. Get it right. Did I get it right? Got it right! It's a miracle. Okay, so after doing a number peak, he does a name peak. He's got a really great thing about getting them to think of somebody who they went to school with, like a teacher or a friend or something like that. There's so many different routines. What's his name? Christian Grace, exceptional magician, obviously. Christian has a wonderful trick that he's actually contributed to the product, or to the project, sorry. He's got a wonderful routine, which is a peak, but it's done in a very different way. He's using it in the context of a magazine test kind of thing. And I'm telling you right now, I think this would melt brains if done in a social situation. I think you can do this on stage, absolutely. But I think if you were having friends around the house and you did this, I think you'd fry them. Like, so what you do is you bring out 3 magazines, and you have someone write down a number and they put the number to one side, and you have them, you've got 3 magazines, they're all different, they can look through all of them. You have them pick one, and you say count to 30, tell me every 10 seconds where you're at, and I'm going to try and memorize every page. So they do that, and then he gives the magazine back, and he says, right, I don't know what the number is that you wrote down, but turn to that page and tell me what the number was. And they tell him the number, and it's almost like a pseudo memory thing, because he's now describing the imagery that's on the page that they've picked, and it's almost like a remote viewing type thing. Very, very clever idea. Again, Christian, if you're watching this, very good. That was great. There's some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful routines in this. There's about 7 or 8 different routines, 7 or 8 different ways that you can actually use this wallet to get various different peaks. And obviously, you know, they're kind of all much of a muchness because they're all pretty much the same, right? Because it's a peak wallet. But it's great to see Tony's approach to it. I'm going to show you one more performance. And this is a performance of something that I'm planning on doing with this over the Christmas period. Because what I realised is you can have more than one business card in there, obviously. And I thought if I combined Phil Smith's Squinterforce, which anybody who watches this channel for any length of time will know that I love this. If I combine Phil Smith's Squinterforce with the money clip and with the money clip and with a peaked piece of information, I can do a really cool Christmas trick. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you a really cool Christmas trick. This isn't on the tutorial, but anybody who's got this, it's going to be obvious what I'm doing here. Feel free to use it. This is going to be one of my big Christmas tricks, I think. Immediately as I was watching the tutorial and I realized the functionality of the wallet, I was like, oh, we can combine these 2 things and this will be really cool. So let me show you a performance of this. Feel free to use it if you want to.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Good stuff. It's coming up to a time of the year that you like very much. It's coming up to Christmas. Are you excited about Christmas?
Yeah.
Have you been a good girl all year? Bearing in mind I'm your dad and I know.
Yes.
Bearing in mind I'm your dad and I know.
Yes.
Bearing in mind, are you on the good list? I don't know. I think I need to check with Santa about that. You're on the debatable list. You're on the maybe list. But we can do something. We can do a magic trick to do with Christmas. I've got my wallet here. I've got a pen. I've got some business cards in here actually, and on these I've written something because as far as I'm concerned, there's 2 really cool things about Christmas. The first are Christmas presents, obviously, and the second is Christmas films. Right? So what I have here is I have 5 cards, and I've written on each one of these cards a different film. These are my 5 favourite Christmas films. Okay, so I'm going to put those there. I'm going to get to those in a minute. And I also have another card, which we'll get to in a second. Now, 5 Christmas films. So that covers the Christmas film part, and then obviously presents. Now, what I want you to do is think of a present that you want for Christmas.
Well, actually, I haven't thought about it yet.
You're a kid. It's literally your job 24/7, 365 days a year to know what you want for Christmas. So that if somebody asks you on the 1st of August, hey, what do you want for Christmas? You go, and I bet you if I went up to Ryan right now and said, Ryan, what do you want for Christmas? He'd be like, blah, blah, blah. He'd know.
Well,
Daddy, I haven't thought about it, to be honest. I don't really mind. You can get me a book.
Well, I know something that I want, but you probably can't get it because I need...
Is it a banana?
No, it's earrings, but I have to have special ones because I've got sensitive skin.
Well, you can't put earrings now. because you've just told me I'm supposed to be reading your mind. Write something on there. Write something on there that no, don't let me look. I've got to look this way. God, you rubbish. Right, I'm going to look this way. Write something on there you want, not earrings, because you've already told me earrings. Because you've got weird ears, you need special earrings. We get that, you know. Write something on there so it's a very, very clear. I know you. No hearts, no crosses, no little Christmas trees, no Christmas presents, no pictures of Sonic the Hedgehog back-flipping over Mario. Nothing like that. Just write down what you want for Christmas. Have you done that?
Yeah, I'm just showing the camera.
Okay, and then you need to turn it face down so I can't see it.
Done.
Done. Can I turn around now?
Maybe.
Well, will I see it if I turn round?
No.
Good. Right. Have kids, they said. It'd be a good idea, they said. Ha! That didn't meet you. I'm going to put it in there so I can't see. It's luckily I love you. So, is this something that you're hoping to get for Christmas? Is this something...
I just made something up.
So, if you didn't get this for Christmas, you wouldn't really care?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
You probably wouldn't let me anyway.
Okay. Well, you also notice that I have a £10 note here. The £10 note is a prediction. It's a prediction of something that's going to happen in the not too distant future. See, I'm going to show you the difference between making a prediction and reading somebody's mind. That is a prediction as to what's going to happen. Do you remember me telling you that my 5 favourite films are on here?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put them out in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to pick any one of these. You're going to give me a number from 1 to 50. 50, yeah. And whatever number you give me, I'm going to go back and forth, one card at a time, until I get to the number that you want. So it's completely free choice. You can even go up to 100 if you want to, I don't care. If you do, I'm going to be counting for a very long time, but frankly, I don't really care. Give me a number.
100.
Oh, come on, seriously? That's going to take me forever. Come on.
20.
Are you sure you want 20? Like, that's... You can have 20. I don't care.
19.
Come back, Ryland. All is forgiven. Would you like 20 or would you like 90?
19.
You sure?
Yeah.
I said I'm going to count.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
19. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That one there.
Yeah.
18 would have been that one. 17 would have been that one. 16 would have been that. And if you'd stuck with 20, it would have been that one. But you went with 19.
Yeah.
If you had have stuck with 20, your first choice, it would have been Christmas Chronicles.
Come on!
I like Christmas Chronicles, obviously.
Too. We watch it all the time.
I know we do, because it's a great Christmas film. If you'd gone with this one, you would have ended up with the Polar Express. You're not a big fan of the Polar Express, are you? No, Ryland likes it. You're not a big fan. But if you'd gone for this one, it would have been Santa Claus. Didn't get Santa Claus. If it had been this one, you would have gone Home Alone.
Come on!
You're one of your favourite films of all time. But
All
you
of them
ended
are
up...
favourite except for Polar Express.
You ended up with this one, and that was a free choice. And you ended up with Die Hard, the greatest Christmas movie of all time. The heartwarming tale of a man called John, who's trying to put his family back together at Christmas, and does so by murdering thousands of terrorists. He actually throws Professor Snape from Harry Potter off the top of a building.
That's what I'm going to do to you.
Thanks. You haven't seen that, but Ryland has. But Die Hard is an amazing Christmas movie. I said I was going to show you the difference between making a prediction and reading somebody's mind. Well, I knew you'd pick Die Hard, even though you could have picked any one of these. I knew you'd pick Die Hard.
How?
Because, here's the cool thing, on the £10 notes, inside, I actually wrote Die Hard. How cool is that? I said about Die Hard. I knew exactly what you would do. Boom. How good's that?
What?
I know. But that's not reading somebody's mind. Reading somebody's mind is taking the information in and extracting it out. Concentrate on your favourite present. Concentrate. I know it's not earrings because I told you not to say that. Concentrate. It's not a pink Barbie doll. It's not a new hair bubble. It's not a lifetime supply of Prime.
go with that, actually.
It's not chocolate.
Oh, I should go with that as well.
It's not a Lego set.
Oh, I should do with that.
It's not a gun so you can shoot your brother.
Oh, I should have with that.
I know what it is.
Oh.
This is going to blow your mind. You didn't tell me. You didn't say anything. This is going to freak you out, I guarantee it. I know that for your Christmas, you wrote down that you wanted a television.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's nothing really else to say. Let's just recap, shall we? Quality of product, absolutely brilliant. It's made to last a lifetime, as you would imagine from the Mind Hacker and from Vanishing Ink. This wallet is great. The packaging, fantastic, really good. Vanishing Ink, what would you expect? The tutorial, one of the best magic tutorials I have ever seen. Routines, really strong. Practicality, whether you're a hobbyist, semi-professional, professional, you'll be able to use this immediately. It looks like a real modern wallet. It's very, very easy to use, and there's multiple different ways of using it, so you can find the way that you're more comfortable with. And more importantly, as well as finding the way that you're more comfortable with, you know, you've got different variations for various different performing scenarios, if that kind of makes sense. Pack small, plays big. This is probably the best peak wallet that I've ever seen. This is incredible. I love this. I cannot tell you how much I love this. I love this. I'm definitely going to be doing this. This is going to get from me 100%. This is getting, you know, I mean, obviously we give some strange ratings here on Magic TV, especially if Ryland's involved. But the bottom line is 100% is about as good as it can get when you're reviewing a Magic product. And this is definitely a 100% product. Magicians are obsessed with wallets, let's be honest. And I've bought wallets, and some of them are pants and some of them are great. And, you know, sometimes, you know, we obsess about buying wallets that do everything. Oh, I need a wallet that does this, and this. But sometimes buying a wallet that just does one thing but does it really damn good, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And that's what we have here. We have a wallet that's really good. It does one thing, which is a peak, but it does it really bloody well. You can get it from all your Magic dealers. It's a Vanishing Ink product, so you can get it direct from Vanishing Ink and support them. I don't know if Tony has any himself. He probably has. His website is The Mind Hacker. Go and check that out. If he's got them himself, go and support Tony. Wherever you get it from, you will love this. This is great. 100%. So there you go, guys. That's another review show in the bag. Do me a favor. Thank you once again for joining me right here on Magic TV. Now, you want to see more videos like this? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again soon with another video, but in the meantime, please go and check out the Netrix. It's www.thenetrix.com. It's my online streaming platform for magicians, and you can access it immediately. It's really fun. Regardless, I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Craig, and this is Magic TV.